following podcast may contain some adult language. You've been warned.
Welcome to Finding the Narrative, the Genesys RPG Podcast. This is a show dedicated to the Genesys Role Playing System from Fantasy Flight Games and produced by Edge Studio. A show in which we, normally, your hosts, discuss things Genesys from both the players and a GM's perspective. However, this is one of our actual play sessions. I'm Tony Fanning. With me, as always, are my good friends and co-hosts, Chris Holmes and Stefan Dragonspawn. Homie, how you feeling today, buddy?
Well, like I said, about an hour and a half ago, started getting a migraine. Doing my best to lick it. We'll see how far we can get. I will do my best for our tens of listeners that are out there.
Hey,
all right, or
dozens, buddy.
Dozens of listeners that are out there now.
Soon to be scores.
Maybe scores. That's right. That's right. 4 score. Maybe 5 score. What? No, I will tell you something. I did 3 things this weekend that I haven't done since before COVID. Made it feel like a very normal weekend for me. 1, gamed with my Saturday night group, cooked some fucking meat for them. Burnt ends, baby. I sent you meat pics this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Stefan, I know you were juicing. I know you were kind of...
Oh, yeah.
I know you were
my mouth was watering.
Your mouth was watering seeing my meat pics. And then yesterday, went to the movies. Haven't done that. Saw Wrath of Man. Guy Ritchie's Jason Statham, can't go wrong. And today, fucking went to the Fantasy Flight Gaming Center, played some games with my buddies. Did a 2-on-2 dice throne game. And of course, yes, we won. Kyle and I did. Last round, fucking barbarian that I was playing, did 23 points of damage. And then Kyle riposte damage back to them, and poison killed their pirates and all that fucking stuff. I don't know. It was great. It was fun. It was a fun day. So, good weekend. Feels a little normal now. Speaking of normal, hey, Stefan.
Yes.
How you doing?
Yes. I'm doing good too. Doing good. Our weekend was not quite normal, but we were able to go yesterday with some friends of ours who have a Jeep, and they took the top off the Jeep and the doors off, and Michael had never taken a Jeep ride, a Jeep like that. So, and I hadn't done that since I was about 10, 12, 15 years old, something like that.
So last century.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Last century and millennium. So
last millennium.
That's how old. Yeah. So nice ride in the countryside. We stopped at a food truck, which had a nice beefy burger. I had a burger with a water buffalo meat. It was big and juicy and with cheese, mozzarella cheese. It was very good. And then came back.
Oh, great, eh?
Yeah, a really great day. So, and lots of gardening around the house. The garage is almost done finally. Just a few little details. And that's about it. What about you, Tony?
Well, kind of like Homie, the missus and I kind of got into our post-apocalypse feel. We went to the movies. We went and saw Quiet Place 2, which first time I went and saw the first one, it was one of the only times I've been in a theater where even when the movie is quiet, you can't hear anything. Normally, you can hear people eating popcorn and making noise.
It was a quiet place.
For some reason, that film inspires the people listening to it to be even quieter than they normally are, and so it's a completely quiet theater.
Yep.
And you're watching this movie, and like, if you watch the first one, the first 20 minutes is just absolute silence.
Yeah.
The second one, it's not quite like that, but there's big chunks of it where it's really quiet. And the theater, again, the people around me surprised me. They were quiet. It felt like watching the first one did. It was a great experience. Again, I'd say it's almost as good as the first one. It was fun. Melissa and I loved it, and
Cool.
we went to dinner.
I heard that there's rumors that they'll be making a third and fourth movie even.
Yeah, quite possibly a third one. He's talked about how he started writing the script for the third one while he was filming the second. I don't know about a fourth.
That's like John Krasinski's like brainchild, right?
Yes, it is, and his wife, of course, Emily Blunt.
Right.
So,
Cool.
they're great in it, and the kids that they got playing the kids in it are doing a great job.
Sweet.
But yeah, we went out to dinner. I grilled some T-bones porterhouse on the grill today. It was all in all, it was a great weekend thus far. So
Sweet.
Tomorrow's my wife's birthday. She doesn't know I have the day off. I'm gonna surprise her making her favorite dish for when she gets home from work. So it's gonna be a good weekend.
Nice.
Still got one more day of it.
Nice.
And we do have someone joining us today since it's a actual play. What's up, Sean? Tony's son.
What's up?
All right, yeah, joined us for the last actual play and game with you every other Saturday, and run you on. I run some more like Starfinder for you Wednesday. So
welcome back to the show.
Yeah, welcome back to the show, buddy.
Glad to be back.
You're racking up a lot of the frequent FTN miles.
I don't know we don't know what you could use them for yet, but probably nothing.
No.
They're about as
Like
useful
the-
as
like the
50
pieces of awesome.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. You know, that's true. Probably the same list of things you can spend your 50 pieces of awesome on. You can spend your frequent FTN miles on.
Yeah.
So, speaking of actual plays, I am going to be running this series of actual plays here. It's called Primeval Thule, Secret of the Moon Door. It's a adventure that I've converted from the Kickstarter that I backed for the Sasquatch Studios, who had created the Primeval Thule setting, converted their setting to which I think had been originally created for Pathfinder and Savage Worlds. They'd converted it to 5e D&D, and I've made a conversion for Genesys, and I'm gonna run you guys through this adventure. So if you guys are there home, want to follow along, I'm running Secret of the Moon Door, and I've changed some things. And we have 3 characters here. We go around the table describing who we're playing. I'm going to go from left to right here, who I see in my window. I see Fazil. I think that may be Tony. What you got there, buddy? Tell us about Fazil.
I am Fazil Nefud Ahabas. I am a priest of Tarhun, god of storms, lord of battle. He is a wrathful god. I come from the city of Lomar. I am a Lomari human. I will smite evil. I am a guardian of the Nine. That means I protect mankind from the evils beyond the outer realms.
Nice. Before we go on to the next player, the character, a quick little summary of what Primeval Thule is for those of you who don't know what it is. It is a setting that is inspired by the tales of Robert E. Howard, Lovecraft, the Cthulhu. Basically, Primeval Thule is a dark, mysterious continent, dangerous place full of barbaric wildernesses, decadent city-states, horrific monsters, and eldritch mysteries that connect them all together. So it's, Conan the Barbarian meets Call of Cthulhu in a way, kind of. So a bit lower magic setting, a little grittier. And I've added my own kind of little spin to it where magic is a little scarier to cast. So the harder, daunting, formidable difficulty checks for magic, if anybody makes it bad guys, good guys, whichever, we'll be making some discipline checks and potentially madness checks. Anyways, so there's that, and then we'll go to the next character. I see
Lydiara Elspeth.
Lydiara. Okay. Sean.
I don't have a voice for her yet, so it's going to be using my voice. She is an elf shaman who's a beastmaster, beast friend. She's got an owl animal companion named Gizmo, whom she lost her eyes saving, and since then they have become bonded, and she uses the owl as her seeing eyes.
Excellent. That's cool. Very cool. And last but certainly not least, we have Zszree, played by our very own Stefan. Tell us about Zszree.
Yes, I am Zszree. I am a Dari hunter. I'm close to nature like all of my people. I hunt and I kill what I track. Awesome. I hope to become very wealthy and escape from poverty.
Awesome. Lead a tribe of Darmesh barbarians someday, potentially, right?
Yes.
Or not. Buy a castle.
Lead them on.
Buy a palace in the city.
No. Lead them in the Lead them on the plains.
Nice. Hunting
down prey.
Right. Well.
Driving my foes before me.
So we're going to be in the central part of the campaign map in the Darmesh jungles, which I'm going to share map for you gentlemen here. And we start with our three friends here. You guys see the pins on the map? You should see 4 pins. Have I shared those? Okay.
We do
you guys
see
are
the
going to be
pins.
going to Honors Mill here. As you guys are approaching Honors Mill, and let me just read to you what Honors Mill is. It's a body tap house. It sits well outside the city walls of ICATH. The proprietors are a retired band of freebooters who call themselves, yes, simple lumberjacks, motherfuckers. You guys are going to be starting at a tavern owned by lumberjacks. The group's motto, honor still lives, burned into the beam above the hearth as you walk in. So, yeah. And as you approach Honors Mill, Fazil, you notice kind of sitting on, kind of like outside, there's a, I don't know, an acolyte maybe from the Athenaeum, which is a,
what?
Which is the academy library in the Atlantean ward in ICATH. Basically, it's a home to the philosophers and archaeologists. And he's like, Master Fazil, something's happened to Gillian. A few nights ago, she was taken mysteriously. I don't know much about what happened, but come. She was, you guys, because you guys normally come to Honors Mill, hang out for a few days. She sends you a page, say, hey, come see me. Here's what I want you to go find. You guys have been kind of doing some treasure hunting for her, but this time this kid's, says, just has been waiting for as soon as you guys kind of show up, So.
Now Gillian is.
So Gillian was one of your teachers, one of your professors, because she has she was let me think. I think I gave you a portrait of her. Here, I'll share this. One of the senior professors, researchers at the library, Athenium, she had mentored you in a way. After some time, you had been sent here from your homeland to study, in ICATH, and she kind of took you under her wings during your studies and such. And, since your studies, she's kind of sent some work your ways. You've met these two, and, you've found some trinkets and treasures for her. She had something else, but she's now missing, so they want you to come check it out.
Well, I've turned to my companions. We must leave post haste. Yes. The lady is in danger.
So the
Right. Let's hunt her down. Bring her back.
Nice. So in the share the map of ICATH, and you guys are probably coming from, I'm thinking probably this road here from the north gate there. Share this view. This is kind of like my background view.
Lady Lydiara, perhaps your bird will fly ahead and be our eyes.
Gizmo, to the skies. Gizmo will start flying around, keeping an eye out.
Gotcha.
Being vigilant with his perceptions.
Okay, yeah, you guys kind of make it up to the gate. Kind of come up to the gate. They let you in. You've come in and out of here before, and this place right here is the Athenium. I could share this with you, and you would know this information about it, which I shared. I hope you get that. There's like 4 levels to the place. There's like a cellar level, ground level, a couple of floors to the place. And as you kind of approach the front steps to it, there's a armed couple of guards. There's like this captain, this guard captain that's there. Looks like this.
This place is always so stuffy.
Isn't that
stale air?
Yeah. And
but the treasures within must be guarded.
Pretty much. Yeah, it's like, they do a lot of.
You guard your
like,
treasures. Whatever.
Mm-hmm. It's a library, museum, place of study, some treasures and such in this place. So
the fellow yawns. Boring.
And he recognizes you. He's like, the Zeal. What brings you back here too?
Word has reached me that Gillian is missing. We are here to begin investigating to find her. I will not rest until she has returned safely.
Okay. We take you up to Master Hesoth's room. He'll or up to the Master's Hall. He said if You happen to show up. He wanted me to take you up to the Master's Hall. So he takes you up. Takes you
If
guys
you
up
must,
to the.
you may not. You do not need to leave your post. I know the way.
You know the way? Okay. Yeah. He says go up to the Master's Hall, and he'll be. He'll meet you. He'll meet you up there. He'll send one of his guards up with you, and he'll let the Master know that you're there. So if you guys head on up there, and then a few minutes later, find a picture for this guy. Don't know if I did. Hang on a minute. Don't think I did.
It's okay.
That's all right. But he, just this older, this older professor kind of comes in and says, Fazil, welcome, welcome back.
You have not met my traveling companions, Lydiana and Zefalo.
Well, met you too. This guy, he's got like this long beard. Let's see. Stoop-shouldered. Oh, it's actually a Chilean woman. Sorry. Comes in.
The beard disappears and suddenly.
Oh, maybe
Let's
she does
see.
have a beard. Who knows?
Three scholars. Oh, sorry. 3 scholars are waiting for you. There are there are 3 of them. Oops. Sorry. There's an Atlantean scholar, with a long beard, a Chilean woman in green robes, and a dwarf who wears a leather apron. This has like a tool belt, over her brown robes is there. The white bearded scholar, which you know as, Hassoth, the master of collections, Namira, master of philosophy, and Thurnafir, master of the laboratories. Understand you're here. Wanted to know about Gillian. Very glad to see you. Hassoth does most of the talking here. He's basically responsible most of like the artifacts and curios. Let's see. The woman kind of keeps him on track, kind of finishes his sentence for him, kind of keeps him on point. Tries not to let him kind of veer off too much. Basically he says that the attack was 3 nights ago, 2 hours after sunset. She was alone in the restricted library, just down the hall from here. Her research had been keeping her up late for weeks. Now, several people nearby in rooms and a couple of the dorms, below heard commotion, glass breaking, furniture falling over, thumps, footfalls, those such things. Heard her scream in fright, calling for help. Pluth, one of her students, was first to reach the room. Said he saw 2 like terrible looking monsters holding her, kind of between them.
Describe these creatures.
He just said that they're terrible looking. You probably have to go talk to him to describe them. Then they turned into mist and then the mist kind of flowed out the window. Let's see. The creatures, when you ask about that, he could probably Pluth could probably describe them in more detail. I didn't get a look at him or anything, but he had the best look at him.
Very good. Perhaps he has some clues.
Mm-hmm.
I can decipher what kind of creatures these are.
Okay.
Well, I am sworn to protect all who belong to my order, and she is a member of. Therefore, she will be returned safely, or I will die trying.
Well, we're glad that
you're not
for that.
You're not going to die. Yeah. They're going to die for taking her.
Indeed, the righteous justice of Tarhun shall smite them.
Okay. Well, I mean, you do know that she was they were all these are all like 3 masters, and Gillian herself was the master of histories.
But she's also secretly an order, a guardian of the Nine.
Yeah, we can say that. That sounds good to me. Yep.
I thought that's what you had told me in the email
Mhm.
that you sent me, that she was also. That's why I
Yeah.
work for her, because we are also both guardians of the Nine.
Yep. Yeah. Yep. Mm.
I would have said that she is a friend of my order, and therefore she must be returned safely.
Sounds good. Okay. Yeah, they're like, by all means, anything you need or any help that we can give you, you can look wherever you need. Are there any questions you have for us?
How long ago was this?
Just 3 nights ago.
And what have you done since?
We haven't been able to do much. I mean, we've looked around, but we just haven't found any clues.
How many people have been in her chamber since?
We've kept it closed off. Haven't really let anybody go in there.
Good. That'll probably be our first stop.
Indeed, I would like to get your primary senses, the first in the room.
Okay.
Where is the nearest window?
Well, there are windows in here.
Okay, I'll ask them. Might I open a window real quick?
Yeah. You may.
So I'll walk over, open the window, and whistle for Gizmo to come return to me.
Okay.
Because he would have been flying around near the building.
Okay. Yeah.
So,
yeah.
yeah.
She
He'll
or
return
he?
to my side.
He.
Gizmo's a he.
He hears your call, and just a moment later, it just kind of comes to the window and kind of lands on your shoulder there.
All right. And then I'll close
That's
the window.
what he does. Unless you have like a staff, or I know you have.
I have a war spear, but he sits on my shoulder. The
shoulder.
side of my shoulder that my eye is missing, he sits on that shoulder.
Got you to keep help you
That
with
way,
that peripheral vision that you've lost.
If anything comes from that side, he hoots, lets me know something's coming at me from that side.
Nice. Okay.
But yeah, so after he's back, I'll close the windows and return to the group.
Okay. All right.
He's got better vision than me, so
All right.
if things are to be seen, he may see it.
Masters, unless there is anything else you have for us, we will be on our way.
Oh, no, I don't know if you have any other questions for us or anything.
Do you know what she was working on lately? We had not been given any task by her.
Okay. Yeah.
Search any lost artifacts of recent date.
Well, she was working on. She became very interested in lore pertaining to temples dedicated to the goddess Selene.
Okay.
Show you some of the texts she was studying, if you think that'll help.
Did you collect them, or are they still in her chambers?
They're still in. I believe they were still in her chambers, though. We haven't disturbed the area of the library that she was doing her research at. We've kept that pretty much the way that it was, and I think some of the texts and tomes, we've kind of left that out. For we knew you all were coming. We knew you were coming, potentially coming, and could maybe help, and so we've kind of kept that place locked down for when you got here.
Good.
Okay. Now, Selene. Okay, so one of my flaws is that I pay very little attention to things that do not pertain to the strictures of my order. That goddess is not one of the 9.
Okay.
Therefore, I know nothing of her.
Got it.
So, I would ask, I do
About
not
her?
know of this goddess Selene.
So
She
Selene.
is not one of the 9.
Yeah. So the let's see. So the woman in the green robes, she Namira. She says that an ancient, it is a folk religion that died out years ago. She's associated with the moon, I believe, and eventually her priests merged with those of Ishtar. But Gillian could tell you more if she were here. She kind of tears up just a little bit.
Very well.
Okay.
I will look into it.
Okay.
We will not rest.
Okay, so where would you guys like to go? Do you want to go to her room, scene of the crime? There was the one, so Pluth, he was the guy that saw the things. Where do you guys want to go next?
Well, are we doing like an
we're not
investigation challenge or anything?
We're not gonna. I haven't set up any like skill challenges here.
Okay.
There are a couple areas to go to, which we'll do some checks and get some information back. I haven't set it up quite like a skill challenge here, so for this, but
Well,
first scene of the crime and the first set of eyes I'd like in there would be the primary senses of the Dari hunter who can see and smell things that most cannot.
Nice. You mean you don't want the one-eyed druid going in first? No.
I trust her shamanic magic.
Nice. Okay.
All right, let's go.
So Zafalo, why don't you? Okay. So you go down a hallway.
Mm-hmm.
On the third floor here, there's a restricted library. So the restricted section. It's where they have
to him, they're
basically
all books.
They're the books, and for you, Fazil, these are the books and scrolls that shouldn't be left in the general library where anybody can come see and whatever. And as Master Hasath kind of takes you kind of down there, and he'll let you go, but as he mentioned that over the last month, she spent most of her time in here. So
all right.
Immediately when you come in, now I don't have like a map or anything, so we'll do some theater mind here. So as you come into this library, this section, Hasath kind of points you to an area. This is kind of the area where she was studying, kind of where it happens, and clear.
When we talk library, are we talking like shelves of scrolls or
books and scrolls? They're like I'm guessing. Yep, books and scrolls. These are books and scrolls that shouldn't be left out in the general library. So there are like it's a small, obviously kind of a smaller, almost a smaller room, not like a huge library, but a smaller room of like special books and scrolls. A couple tables in here, and on one of the tables you see some books kind of laid out. Definitely clear that there was a struggle in this small library. A table is overturned on its side. A bookshelf does lie toppled over with dozens of tomes and scrolls just kind of scattered about. And one of the frames of the large windows is broken out. Okay. Though, they did put like a heavy canvas cover has been nailed up over the opening just for now.
Right.
So make a average perception check to kind of get this kicked off and started here.
All right.
I am going to be reaching out prayers.
Right.
Cool. Did you want to
try and sense evil?
Sense evil? Okay.
All right. So average. I'm not going to flip a story point. I'm happy with this.
That looks good.
Check. All right. So let's do it.
Yellow, a green, and 2 purples with 5 successes and a couple of threats. Okay. I will give you the threat here in just a moment. what those are. But the successes. Okay, so
all my positive dice came up with something, and the negative dice only 2 threat.
Only 2 threat. That's right. Nothing to cancel the successes. So
yeah.
Definitely. Okay, so you know for sure from the door, because it's sturdy and undamaged. It creaks loudly when it's kind of opened a little bit. You know these monsters didn't come in this way.
Right.
Let's see. Though what you do see on the floor next to the door is a map of a region near the Lake Hall region. You know that lake, the map that I shared with you.
Yeah.
To start with, you basically see that map more centrally located on that Lake Hall more than anything.
Right.
Okay, a map of that area. Okay. So you find that map. Let's see.
All right.
You the threat that you get
Yeah,
is because when you go over to the window, you noticed large claw scrapes on the windows, and it's consistent with a larger creature, which gives you the strain that you're going to get from these 2 threat,
right.
which kind of gives you these are some big beasts here. Now,
right.
if you want to, how many ranks in survival do you have?
Ranks of survival, 2.
Okay, you know what? I'm giving you this for free then.
All right.
It's consistent with the size of this creature is about the size of a large bear. Now, you know it's not a bear because you don't know of any bears that can change into mist or whatever, but that size, right?
Bears would not come into the city anyway.
Right, but and the size of this claw is consistent with that size of a paw, big claw, that size. Okay.
And then from the window he looks around and keeps looking for other clues that probably would lead.
Yeah.
What the creature went after this.
Yeah. So your other You're not. So let me see. So you are. So what magic do you have? Do you have ranks in magic? Do you have ranks in primal? You don't.
Nope.
But
ranks in geography. That's about it.
You have geography, but Fazil and Lyadria.
Lydiara.
I'm gonna get it eventually, Sean. Don't worry.
Any name with the letter L seems to be a challenge.
He just butchers everybody else.
Lydiara. It's Lydiara. I mean, I'll just have to say it 3 times in a sentence or whatever. Okay, so Fazil, you got you have divine, and Lydiara, she has primal, right?
Yep.
Okay. Let's see. So for you two, you're not necessarily sensing any lingering, magic that are here. Let's see. The you could tell, Stefan, by those other successes, just by the layout, the books. The kind of the area that she was working on, can kind of gather up and kind of can tell, what books, what papers, what things she was kind of working on. And you kind of have that kind of laid out for you guys if you want to go a little further into looking in these tomes. Now, Tony, you said that
goes out to Fazil. These seem to be the papers she was perusing, reading before she was attacked.
Okay.
Before the intruder arrived.
Now, Tony, you said you wanted to do a narrative use of divine to kind of do a detect evil.
I want to sense evil and perhaps determine the nature of the creature that took her. That sounds like a narrative use of.
It is a narrative use. How many ranks in divine do you have?
I have 3.
You do have 3. Ooh. You you get a sense. Now it's been 3 days.
I will maybe even walk over to where the claw marks are on the wall and sprinkle a little holy water there.
Nice.
As kind of a
Yep.
focus.
Yep.
For the
Yep.
magic,
I like that.
The divine
I like
magic.
that. And let's see. So with your so what I've done in this is everybody kind of has like a background, because in 5e, they kind of created these backgrounds, and I kind of converted them so your characters have backgrounds. Your level of the Protector of the Nine. Protector of the Nine? What are
Guardian
your
of the Nine. Yeah.
Guardian of the Nine? What are your abilities there? The 2 abilities for that. You kind of get the first and second level of those milestones, don't you?
Yep. I have. So my first milestone is cult knowledge.
Mhm. That
that is, well,
gives you like
benefit.
a skill.
It's benefit at creation, actually.
Gives you like a skill ranks or free ranks or career skill.
Choose either Arcana, Divine, or add a boost die to all skill checks with that. Divine, obviously, for me. And then second, I also got once per session, I can re-roll a discipline check to against fear from creatures of the darkness.
Okay.
And then my first milestone is Banisher of Horrors. All my attacks against creatures from the outer realm, so to speak, gain I gain upgrade as if adversary 1 when defending against their attacks, and all of my attacks against them are upgraded. That's milestone 1. Milestone 2, Elder Scribe, I gain the ability to inscribe an elder sign.
Oh, nice. So with your 3 ranks in Divine and your attunement, if you will, to the magics being potentially used with like outer realms, and you sprinkle your holy water there, and you kind of focus for a few moments, say a prayer to, what was it again?
Tarhun.
Tarhun. You get a these claw marks kind of glow a weird pinkish purplish glow to just you that you could see, to kind of like a magic site that you could see that is consistent with some like outer realms magic lingering.
The church uses extraterrene.
Extraterrene, yeah, like some potential extraterrene creatures.
The fellow doesn't see any of these effects. He looks at the claw marks like, I think you're going to need more holy water. It doesn't seem to work.
Exactly. So yeah, and that kind of gives you a little bit of the willies. So so there's that. Now, with these books and tomes on the floor, I mean, if you guys wanted to,
why she is reading, these are hidden tomes. Do any of them contain dark knowledge, forbidden knowledge?
So what you'll have to do is,
they're not hidden tomes. They're right there.
I'll allow you to kind of spend an hour kind of going through them. We can make a check, and then based on that, we'll give you some knowledge, and we'll do a education check. Okay. You got some of that, or lore, one or the other, education or lore. It'll be average.
I will also help read through them.
I suffer.
All right. Do you have any? Well, if anybody has education or lore,
I have lore, and I'm literate, so I will assist in reading through them.
Now, if there's literacy in Atlantean, Dahari, or Calais, any of those, you can add a boost die. And for any of those, you can add a boost die if you want.
So who's rolling?
I don't understand
what
what
are we
you
rolling?
said.
Yeah.
What do you literate?
About
What kind of languages do you speak?
we never went over languages, but making the character.
Why wouldn't I have gone over those with? You would
Perhaps
probably
because it doesn't really matter normally.
It really doesn't normally, but now it probably does. So I'm guessing Dahari, your Dahari hunter would. Are you literate? Everybody's literate, right? Everybody
I
made their
made my
literacy
roll.
rolls. Okay. So you have somebody who's definitely literate in Dahari. Would anybody have wanted to be literate in Atlantean or Calais?
I
What's
would
Calais?
be
I don't know.
I would be literate in the primary language of my religion, which I would believe that since I'm Lomari, and I was raised
Probably
in the
Lomari.
temple
Yeah,
in
be
Lomar.
Yeah,
and
probably Lamarian.
I am
So-
only literate in Lomari, as I
So,
only
I would
read
give you-
religious text, and anything
So
that's
I'll-
not religious text, I don't know.
So I'll give you guys a boost die for literacy and Dahari for sure. So it'll be an average lore check. Somebody wants to make it, and if anybody wants to help out, it's either a boost die or a combined check.
If it's a combined check, you're going to get my setback die. Because anything knowledge-wise that does not fit my particular narrow worldview, I will toss it aside immediately.
Because there's potential for there. In this case, what she's studying has potential to deal with extraterrene stuff.
Okay.
Talking
'Cause
about
it's my hindrance, Chris.
It is your hindrance.
That's why I just want you to be aware of it.
It's all good. It's all good. Yeah. So you can add a boost die on there, and then
But yeah, if there's a book that doesn't have anything in that, you'll pick it up, read a couple words, toss it aside. No respect for it.
No respect for it. Not at all. Not at all. Now, if you were making a check, yeah, I'd probably have you. I'd definitely have you put it in there. But you helping him out, that really doesn't hinder him much. You'll just do that. Now, do you have an intelligence that's higher than 2, or no?
My intelligence is 3,
Okay, you guys are 3. 3. Okay. All right. Well,
and I have 1 rank in lore.
Got it. Okay. Well, that looks good to me. That check looks good. Go ahead and roll it. All right.
2 success, 1 advantage.
2 successes and an advantage. Okay. Well then. All right. So after about an hour of pouring through these books and trying to figure out what the heck was she working on, there is what she was gathering lore pertaining to something called the Moon Door. It's a mysterious barrier in a ruined temple of Selene. Okay. It looks like this temple of the Moon Door lies near the village of Ayanari, in the southwest shore of Lake Hal. Now, I'll open up the map again for you guys. And that map that you guys have found, there is a mark on the map kind of at the tip of my arrow
Yes.
that I just drew. And I'll just draw a little thing.
Little thing.
Elder sign. I don't know.
Sorry, buddy, I can't see your little thing.
Whatever, dude.
I know you're
Yeah.
trying to show it to me, but I can't see it.
We have to
Can't
zoom
see
in.
it.
You have to zoom in, Tony.
Oh, there it is.
You have to zoom in. It's something. That's where that's kind of where on the map you
Of course,
think.
once you've
So
seen
that's
it, you
what-
can't unsee it.
Yeah. So now you go, because there are markings and stuff on the map, and then as you you're kind of going through the tomes, and then you're like, well, wait a second, open up that map again, and you're kind of cross-referencing and stuff, and so then you kind of, okay, here's that with some of her notes and some of the stuff. Now beyond that, that's all you kind of glean from the text right now. If you want to try again to try and get more information, you can spend another hour studying in here. Make another check if you want. Or you can move on with the next part of the investigation. But for right now, everything in the library, the crime scene,
If you
then
would like
spending...
to stay and continue the search here, I will go interview the one who found her. I say to my companions.
I can stay and continue to read the books.
Okay.
I will join in you. Fazil, I don't care for reading.
Very well.
I've found all I could find in this room.
Okay. All right. So
as he's walking with Fazil, he's like tossing his dagger and catching it by the blade, sometimes by the handle.
All right.
Tossing
So
it behind
you two are going to go
behind his back.
All right. So you two are going to go find Pluth. Right? You're going to go ask that guy, or were you going to go to her quarters? You're going to go.
Yes.
Both.
How about we do both?
Okay.
I will have one of the guards summon Pluth to her
And bring him.
chambers, and we'll interview him there.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Yeah. Oh, okay. So you guys go. You guys end up going to her chambers. Her quarters are. Where do they say hers are? Well, I guess it really doesn't matter. Probably on the 3rd floor or wherever.
They are
the
now.
master's quarters. Yeah, the master's
Where the master's
chambers
is on
would be in the
third.
3rd floor. Yep. So they're on the 3rd floor. On this floor, you kind of go down. You've been there before. Fazil. You all have, or you have, or maybe you all may have, to get like your missions and such. Maybe just Fazil has come here to get that. I'm not sure.
No, I don't think Zavala would come here.
Probably not.
Yeah, he avoids musty old places if he can. So
Nice.
Fazil, gets the job and he just relays information and we get paid.
Gotcha. Okay. So you come into her quarters, and so the clutter that you normally see, nothing is really too out of place. You do see something slightly out of place. It's an old case made of like black lacquered wood. Liquored wood. It's drunk wood. It's like it's lying on the floor. Yeah, it's lying on the floor next to her desk. You pick it up, and it's filled with beeswax that's like so old that it's hard as stone. Looks like the wax there's like this large key-shaped depression that's about a foot long, but there's no key.
Is it inscribed with anything? Any symbols? Is there a protective rune upon it?
There's nothing. There's really nothing. Now it does look. If you want to examine like the craftsmanship of it, if you want to
I can do
make
that
like
too.
a history check to do that, you may, or a lore lore check, I should say. Sorry, I'm looking at the actual adventure itself, and then I have to go to my notes because there's no history check. It's lore. So, because I had to
What's
convert.
difficulty?
It's gonna be hard. A hard check. Yeah,
Does it
you
have
got-
any religious connotation whatsoever? years.
Oh, you're not sure. You're not getting that vibe to it, only because it's in her room that she was potentially doing research on it, and she's part of your order. It might, but
if it has no obvious religious significance,
not so much.
I'm looking it over with the same level of diligence I give everything that's non-religious.
Sounds good.
So I'm ready. Are you ready? 2
green, a black, and 3 purple. Yeah, that looks good to me. Oh, and he's successful. That's a homie roll there, buddy.
Yeah, no doubt.
Definitely of like Dahari craftsmanship that is several centuries old, actually. Very nice piece of treasure, if you will. Do we have like treasure things?
She was
here?
looking for treasure.
Say follow.
Yeah.
This is markings of your people.
Yeah.
No,
Old.
no, ancient though.
Yeah. We don't use those kinds of markings anymore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and and there's like that.
Gone.
Then there's just the impression of a key that's not in there. And as you guys are kind of looking at that, and you're kind of studying over, the guard kind of escorts this person in here, introduces himself as Pluth, and hi, well met. My name is Pluth. I've worked for Gillian as one of her assistants.
Yes, we were expecting you. Sit.
Yeah, he'll have a seat. She was my mentor. Tell me you can do something
Why
to help.
do you say was?
Well, because she's gone.
She's not
please
dead.
tell me you could do something to help her.
She was taken. She is not
She
dead
was.
yet. Unless you believe she is dead.
Well, I am. I am. I don't know.
So we were told that you may have seen what took her. Seen the creature. Describe it to me.
Yeah. Let's see. They looked like big faceless toads with like tentacles squirming where their faces should be. I can't recall it. I shudder to recall it.
Were you drunk that night?
No.
Sounds like no natural creatures looked like that.
Well, right. And I
have hunted many of them.
Well, I was petrified. I was afraid. I just was stood just frozen in fear there.
Useless.
Then they turned to a white mist and they were gone. Later that evening, she sent me down to the main library to fetch the map for her. It took me time to find it, and when I returned, the commotion where she was working and
did they speak?
No, I just I threw open the door just to see her caught between the two of them, and they had her by the arm, and they just turned and left.
And all 3 of them turned to mist?
Yes, she did. Yeah, the creatures and her, all of them.
Can you draw a picture of said creature?
He's going to try.
All right. Get a quill and the parchment for him.
All right. Well, he'll try to, and he'll draw something that looks similar to...
I'm going to look over his shoulder and place a reassuring hand upon his shoulder as he's doing so. Firm, reassuring hand.
While he's doing that, the fellow will look around the room to see if there's any other clues or bits of information?
Would it be one of these things? Probably. Yeah, so the best thing that I can do is that. He'll draw something along these lines, but not necessarily that exact picture.
Oh, okay.
But he'll draw something that has like a big, like, beast with like just tentacles for like a face and two of them. You know, just basically he'll just draw like that with like tentacles coming out of its face and like arm.
Ugh.
Or like, you know,
Right.
mouth.
All right.
Mouth. Yeah.
I'd like to make a religion check to know what manner of demon this is.
Go for it. You gonna do? We'll make it hard.
What the heck? Get in the pool. There we go. We make it hard.
Make it hard.
Yeah, we all like it
This-
hard. Oh.
Does it pertain to the 9?
It absolutely does. Go ahead and add what you need to for that.
Well, let's see. That's all I had.
Okay.
I will be upgrading my check, as I will really direly wish to know what I hunt.
The first story point.
Let's see here.
So yes, first story.
You know what?
points back.
You're going into your knowledge to this kind of knowledge, this Cthulhu type kind of crazy ass knowledge. Let's upgrade that. Just because that reminds me,
Because dark magic.
I should open up my
Failure with 2 advantage.
Well, I'll definitely say, how would you like to spend the advantage first off?
For I don't get, obviously with success, I don't get the nature of this demon. However, perhaps I know someone who would.
Or a text or a passage that would.
A text or a passage in a religious text
Okay.
somewhere that I might
like
be
it.
able to look it up.
You know what?
In another city, obviously, probably not here.
Well, we'll say that there was a note,
Maybe a lumberjack.
And-
You know,
and just speed of plot. Yeah, there was a note. There was a lumberjack. Go talk to this lumberjack. He knows. He's seen. No.
with the big antlers.
So while you were helping and kind of going through Lydiara, going through the tomes and texts, you recall one of the notes that Gillian had made, that there was a text in the library in Mirakai, which is on the way to the temple. How convenient is that? Southern part of the lake there, if you saw the map. That may have information on maybe some creatures of the extraterrene. They may have an extraterrene resource. Doing all right. Thanks, Stefan. Thanks for asking, man.
Okay.
It is headache's kind of going away. Yeah, so migraine is migraining away a bit. Not thinking about it for one.
Good.
So you said,
And I will make a note of that.
Marakai?
Marakai, Marrakai. So on that map,
There's one text there, a tome in there.
there's a library. There's a text in maybe their library. There's a library in Marakai in their restricted section that may have some extraterrene.
Is that how you people pronounce it? You always pronounce it Maraki. but whatever.
Well, yeah.
No, it's America. It's very... Yes, that is why we pronounce it from the south.
Okay.
You
Nice.
northerners and
Strange
your
accent.
weird...
Strange accents you
vowels.
have from the south.
Let's see. There's a note.
Probably also are attracted to your cousins.
It is also not Lake Hall. It is also known as Lake Hayal, as we pronounce all vowels.
Oh. Kind of
Hell.
you have to stutter. All right. So, yeah, so he draws that out for you.
All right. He draws that out. I take
Yeah.
what he's drawn. I roll it up. I stow it away. Finish the search of the room
Mm-hmm.
and take the container with us.
Okay. All right. And then he says, "Is there anything else?" And then he's kind of, kind of heads on out.
Oh, I believe that is it.
Was she afraid of anything? Had she spoken of any fears that she may have had?
No, I don't think so. She was doing her research and, no, I don't think so.
Has she been in contact with any outsiders recently that you are aware of?
No. She had, outsiders in what respect? Outside
of
the
this
library?
organization, yes.
No.
Then what use are you? Go away, boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
An
See.
unattentive apprentice, someone outside this organization is aware of her studies. How they would know to reach her? How did she come by this box? As he's starting to walk away. Wait,
He's starting to walk away. Yeah.
how
he's
did
gotta-
she come
he's not
by
knowing.
this box?
He doesn't really know. But well, you make a vigilance check. If you want.
Difficulty, sir?
Average.
Then I'm good with my pool, are you?
3 green and a purple.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, he's hiding some. He knows more than what
Yeah,
he's
5 success and 2 threat. Just like me.
Yeah.
So
there you go,
basically,
nice.
I dismissed him, and then I said, "Wait," and I saw like the
Fear in his eyes.
the
Basically.
fear in his eyes.
Oh.
And you're like,
And-
are you sure she doesn't? She hasn't had any contact with anybody outside, and you immediately could tell. He's like denying it. He's like, no.
My 2
No.
threat, I will snatch him by the collar, perhaps straining my muscles as I lift him.
Yeah, because when you reach for him, he tries to run away. He tries to like run, but you kind of do grab a hold of him, and it does kind of just kind of stretch your arm, your tricep, whatever, a little bit, and yeah, so
I'll
take a couple strain for that.
I'll step in to assist in restraining him.
Okay.
Now, I've got him up against the wall,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
and
You're still. You're probably still like inside of her chambers too. He didn't quite. He just started to leave, so he's still inside there if you want.
Tell me everything you know, or the might of Tarhun will burn it out of you. And I will flash lightning between my fingertips.
Oh, shite buckets. Okay. Well, then, I think we're going to start with a 0 or round 1 social encounter here. All right. Let's do this then.
Coercion.
Yeah. So let's do that. Yeah. So I've got some of that. I got strain there, or wounds, I guess I should say, to keep track of. So yeah, we'll have you do that. Your coercion, and that goes against
first, or do you want to?
Nah, we'll just have you guys go, then I'll go. That's fine.
Okay. So I'm doing coercion.
Okay.
And the reason for my upgrade is the lightning passing between my fingers.
Perfect. That works. Let's see.
What's my difficulty, good sir?
That would. I'm looking. What does that go against again? Shit. Is that
discipline? Yeah.
Oh, his discipline. Okay, gotcha. Let me open that up real quick. Open up Pluth. He's got a little bit of discipline. That's actually going to be 2 red and a purple, to be honest with you.
Oh, he is discipline. Far from a simple apprentice.
He's a disciplined motherfucker. Well, he's her mentor.
All right, I'm good.
Me too. That looks good to me.
Oh.
So you'll take a strain because you failed.
Yeah.
But you do have 3 advantage. But you do have 3 advantage and a triumph, though. Holy crap.
Okay, so with the 3 advantage, perhaps it will pass on to the next individual a pair of boost dice.
I do
particularly one to Zszree and one to the next player to go. Friendly.
Which would be Zszree.
Yeah.
I do have an idea for the triumph, by the way. If you don't mind me taking it, unless you had one.
If he has something on him that is hidden on his person, I want it to fall out of his robes.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was thinking. So
I was leaning towards that too.
Yeah, so as you jerk him around and you just throw him up against the wall, right? Mm-hmm. You hear clang, 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 which falls on the floor, is a key that's about a foot long.
Very familiar key, yeah.
Kind of looks like just a quick glance down at it. And him and it and you and it. Looks like it might fit in the box that you got. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So, that's your triumph. And, okay, Zszree, what would you like to do?
I'm going to follow up.
Boost dice.
Yeah, I'm going to follow up. And it's like, who are you working for? Who told you to make this key? Who told you to betray your mentor? As he's being restrained, he picks up, you mentioned something about burning and wrath. And he takes a candle and lights it and starts bringing it close to his face.
Holy crap. More coercion, it sounds like. That's definitely not charm.
No.
You're not charming him.
Nope.
All right. That's awesome. So a couple boost dice and lighting a candle.
That's one reason why I'm flipping. Story point is like, yeah.
That'll be a reason why I'm flipping too, because fire, burn.
Yeah.
So let's make that 3 red.
All right.
For your difficulty.
Right.
And follow. You got this.
Let's do it.
We got a yellow, so we got a yellow, a green, 2 blue, and 3 red for everybody out there.
And let me see. He's got the hindrance touch of madness. See if he no, it doesn't affect coercion as such, but
okay. Let me see. Does Pluth have anything to resist? No.
No. All right.
Oh, perfect.
Oh.
Well, you fail. Well,
Fail.
go
No,
ahead.
no,
What did you roll,
no,
Stefan?
no successes, no failures. So it's a wash, failure, 4 advantage, a triumph, and a despair.
Okay. So you stake a strain because you failed.
Yeah.
What do you want? I know what to do with spare for sure. What do you want to do with the advantages?
Advantages. He might have something else on him that we know who asked for the key. Maybe he has some written orders or something like that. Some contact information. Who was supposed to give the key or the contents of the box to?
Well,
No.
you know, we'll say
Or he's
we'll say that he does have like maybe an address in town
right.
written on a piece of paper.
Right.
Okay. I'm not sure what that is, but there's an address right now.
Yeah. All right. A certain building described down so and so street. All right. And triumph. I don't know, maybe he still has a lingering smell with the triumph of something that's familiar to Zszree. Maybe he was hanging out someplace that has a heavy incense. Or someone, I don't know.
Let's see here.
Unless you have a better idea. Or while I was threatening him, I didn't really frighten him, but his eyes darted to something in the room that might.
Well, why don't we say that he that you find like a small pouch of coins on him that he may have gotten paid for said
some foreign
information,
coins.
Some sort of
foreign coins
payment for maybe whoever has hired him.
Pouch of coins. Excellent.
Pouch of coins, say 500.
No, it's a big pouch.
Big pouch. 500 worth of coins or whatever.
Right. Seems you've come into some sudden wealth for a follower, an acolyte.
Yep. And the despair. He in his he kind of flails about a little bit, knocking the stub of the candle out of the little candle holder and goes pew right on a stack of papers that start lighting up the room.
You fool.
No, he says he's gonna negotiate. He's like, take the coins, it's okay, you kid, just take it, just let me go. I won't say anything. I really won't say anything. Just take the coins. I won't say anything to anybody. And he's gonna try and negotiate.
All right.
That.
With
and he's
me
gonna go.
As his primary target.
Thinking with you, you're the one that's holding on to him. He's like, just let me go. Take the coins. Keep the coins. I just won't say anything.
Oh, Zszree definitely takes the coins. He's interested in coins.
What is your negotiation?
2 purple.
Me star. Okay, 2 purple.
Just
all right.
My presence.
That's what I have for it. I'm gonna give him a boost die and a setback die because
would I have any advantages
you have the
left
coinage.
You have
the coinage right there. Yet the room is starting on fire. So
the coins mean nothing to me. I can tell you that right now.
All right. Well, maybe that's because that's the setback die, maybe, or something, probably.
However, the fire does. I do not wish to see a library burnt.
Maybe I had those reversed then. Okay.
The fire will matter to me.
Let me go. Just let me
Well,
go.
I may be quick to let him go to put the fire out. However,
Yeah.
Chris,
first and foremost,
sorry, would I have a few advantages left to give to Fazil from my coercion? Maybe not. Would it be all
Potentially
used?
be with that. He's got a blue sty right already. Did you already do that?
no, that's
No,
from something that I just
That
had
was
to
from
remind
before. Oh, okay.
All right, no, never mind. Let's go.
You know what you could do is you could go ahead and, you know what, I'll have you with that. I'll have you kind of learn his flaw, which is greedy.
Mm.
You could play on his money, his greed for money, and you guys could get boost dice throughout the rest of this kind of social encounter against him, spending that triumph. Because I didn't really give you anything for the triumph other than the money, but you can kind of find that. That's kind of, I'm thinking that's
Right.
kind of your triumph, right? You kind of find the coinage, but that's his flaw that you kind of
Right.
learn, right? That's he's greedy for it. So anyways, okay, so that's that. And are you guys good with the pool? I have a yellow, 2 green, a purple, a
No,
blue, and a
I have a firm grip on him.
gotcha. All right,
I am upgrading his check.
Perfect. All right, here we go. Oh, I'm successful and an advantage. I'm going to give myself a boost die for the next time around, and you take a strain, Mr. Vazil.
Got it.
All right, back to the top. Who wants to go?
I will put this fire out with you if you do not answer my questions. No more lies. Coercion.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, absolutely.
I have a gift that gives me a boost die. I am gifted at coercion.
Nice.
However, I am also a bad liar. Therefore, I have a hard time telling what lies are. So I have a setback die that I should have applied previously, but since they...
That's all.
But anyhow, that same difficulty as before.
Yep.
And I say the presence of the fire and the fact that he's wearing brown, long, full-length robes and that I'm threatening to throw him in it would give me another boost die.
It is. It is. And there is a lot of flammable shit in here. So let's upgrade. Let's upgrade that one more time. Make that 3. We'll round that number to a nice 3 for the red. Let's burn this library down first session. No, we don't.
I score 3 successes, but I have 3 threat.
Yes, you do.
Not being super strong, perhaps holding him up is starting to strain.
Well, I'm guessing that he's not, that you don't have a hold of him anymore. I'm going to have those 3 threat mean the fire is getting too big, and you're too distracted, and you let him go.
He's wiggled his way out.
He's wiggled his way out. You don't take any strain or anything like that. It's just I'm spending the 3 threat. You just let him go because
he's wiggled his way out of my grip, and that's fine. Okay, but I do kind of wear him down a little bit.
You wear him down, and he's he's
all right. For my maneuver, I'm going to start trying to put out the fire.
That sounds good. Yeah, it hasn't taken much. And yeah, you do start putting it out.
Okay,
for sure. Okay, Zszree.
All right, Zszree will try to negotiate with them. It's like, fine, here's some of your gold back. 10, like maybe 10 of them. If you give us some more information on what was your involvement with Gillian and her abduction. And perhaps we will not speak to the authorities about this.
Okay. He's considering it. 2 purple and a red for his negotiation. And I'll go ahead and take a boost
Oops.
die for giving him for the money.
Yeah,
Using the 10 gold.
That's it. Because I know
And
he's,
another boost die because I told you're playing on his greed.
yeah. All right.
You're giving up some of the money anyway, so.
Yeah, I like the boost dice. And I'll spend a story point because I want him to get this information before the whole place burns down.
Perfect.
All
right, I'm good. I'm not going to spend
one. Okay. Personally, as a fellow doesn't care about the books, but his friend does. So, all right. Ooh, 2 successes, 2 threats. So he's a bit worried, of course, that the important information may be burning down.
No, he's.
I have an idea for the 2 threat.
No, he's worried about that it costs him actually 50 of those coins instead of 10 for one.
Okay. All right.
So he'll take 2 strain because of that. So it's 50, not. And he'll take 2 more strain on that one. He's like, that puts him at 50%, and he on his turn, he's like, okay, so he's not held on to. Now, do you on your turn as a maneuver, do you try and put out the rest of the flames? If you do, I mean, you can kind of put it out and kind of get it under control if you want.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll help out with that.
And what Pluth does, he's like, okay, so he's gonna basically, I mean, it's only got like halfway down, and it's enough for him. He's kind of a wimp. He's like, okay. He said, okay, the address there. It's a man named Turjak Baum. You know, he's paid me to kind of inform him of like if she finds anything, and if Gillian has found anything interesting. When she found, I was supposed to give him the Moongol key. You know, that when Gillian got it, and report that back.
Very well.
That's it. Can I go now?
I look at the fellow at the Fazil.
Did you know they would harm her?
No. I was just supposed to just give information on what she was working on. Give the key. I did not know they were going to come and take her. And you could tell that he feels like he's really fucked up. You know, I mean, he's wanted money or whatever, but he really didn't know she was going to get hurt. She didn't know she was going to be taken. He feels bad.
Take your 50 pieces of gold, your tainted gold. Get out of the city. Leave. Never come back. If I ever see you again, I will kill you. I will make it my task to hunt you down. It will not be pretty. It will not be swift.
So he takes it. Like, okay, and he fumbles through, and a couple of them kind of fall on the ground as he's leaving the room.
I kick them towards his direction. Go,
and
dog.
He picks him, and he's leaving the room. Okay, yeah, he leaves, then runs down the hallway, kind of downstairs.
He's playing with his dagger as if he's about to throw it to him at him.
Go. Oh, yeah, he's out. Okay,
I'll stick the key back in the box.
Okay.
Make sure the fire is all fully put out.
It is. Smells a little bit in here. There were some papers that got burnt and whatnot. Not sure what was on them, but didn't burn down the whole office.
Does it look like religious text?
No,
then
not so much. Could have been other things she was working on. All right, so to Lydiara, build up that pool again. As you're going through this, as these chuckleheads are finishing the investigation, burning down the place.
I am the law. I am the law.
Average is the difficulty. 2. There you go. And a boost die.
It's lagging really bad right now.
That's all right. You could throw another boost die on there for the one you had for your last check as well.
There it
Again,
goes.
there was an extra advantage. I don't think we spent it really on anything. But you might have gotten like a lead to maybe led you to some notes that led you to another area
Gotcha.
of it. So that looks good to me. The pool looks good. It's yellow, 2 blue, 2 green, and 2 purple. So
Looks good to me.
go for it. Okay, another success.
One success and one advantage. Again.
All right, I'll give you the next level of information here. Okay. Which actually kind of applies here a little bit. So what you're reading, you actually find a picture as well, though I don't have a picture of it. But what you do read is some text describing a key made of moon gold that could open up this moon door that is being referenced in these texts that she's looking for. Supposed to be impossible to open, but with this key, it's possible. And it describes it of like a rod of a white metal that's about 1 foot long. That's all you gather. And as you're kind of gathering these notes and whatnot, the other two come in back to the library as you're kind of wrapping that up. So
There's a key that can open the door, the gate that she found, the moon gate. It was a key made of moon gold or something of the sort.
You mean this?
he opens up a
Well,
box.
Is there a key in it?
There is. Looks like some
Does-
sort of like white metal, about 1 foot long.
Does it fit the description of the...
It kind of does.
It seems to fit the description in the notes.
Excellent. Have you pilfered all information that we can get here?
I believe I have.
And we have a
X.
gate with a man by the name of Dragonspawn
Mm-hmm.
at a
And
local tavern.
And just as you're saying that, just as you're kind of putting that box back in your pack there, gathering up whatever notes you wanted to, Lydiara, on what you've done here, roll them up, put them in a little scroll case, whatever. Throw those in your pack. You start hearing like screams coming from the hallway, not necessarily like right out the hallway, but there were some stairs kind of to the left. You're kind of hearing some screams and some commotion coming out there. And let's pause.
Is that before we go, is that a like a spiral stair?
Yeah, something like that. Something
Okay.
like that. Kind of going down to like the kind of a lower level, and then it goes up to like the roof, as well. So we'll pause the recording real quick. Take a quick little break. Okay, so we're back from a quick little break there. Quick little pause. So, like I said, you guys are kind of, in the library, the restricted library on the 3rd floor, hearing screams come from outside of the door. So let's just can roll initiative right now.
Guess this would be vigilance.
Throw some vigilance out there. So kind of let us know kind of how you guys All right. Looks good to me. So we've got a couple of, we got some 4 advantage, a couple of advantages there. Lydiara, how would you like to spend those 2 advantage there on this as you're kind of reacting to what's going on? Actually, I'll ask Fazil first because you got 2 successes, 4 advantage. How
Favorable
would you like
position.
to react?
I'd like to be the closest to the door.
Okay, yeah, so you're at the door. You definitely hear it coming, hear the screaming coming from downstairs, a level down the stairs, which are really nearby. Probably take a maneuver to get to the stairs, maybe a good portion down the stairs to the next level if you wanted, but
Nope.
Okay, you're at the door.
I'm at the door. I turn. I grab my holy symbol. That's it.
Got it. Okay. And then Zafalo, you had 1 advantage, 2 successes. What would you like to do with that 1 advantage? Do you want to have something out prepared?
Stefan.
Zafalo?
Sorry. Sorry. He'll just take a strain away as he's finally realizing, something I can kill, maybe.
Nice.
Something I can hunt.
Well, actually, at the end of the
if you
social
wanted-
encounter, all strain is gone.
Yeah,
Oh,
if you
right.
wanted to get rid of all that strain. Okay,
Right,
and then
all right.
now, so Lydiara, to your 1 success, 2 advantage, what would you like to do?
I'm already standing from the chair that I was sitting in.
Okay. All right. Sounds
just-
good.
I'll just pass a boost die to the first character, or first ally. Who's going to go?
Okay. So, who would like to go?
I'll go.
All right.
Since I'm right there.
What would you like to do?
I'll vault the railing and fly down. Got a hold of my holy symbol. It gives me the ability to fly.
Nice. Let's see. How do I do this?
Say a quick prayer.
I'll do this. I do that, don't I? There we go. And that would be Fazil, right?
Mhm.
Boop. Gives you the ability to fly.
Well, it's talent, but I channel that through
Cool.
So that's the elementalist improved talent.
Nice. Okay. So we'll say that's why you
Or in
asked me to
storms,
spy.
I say a prayer to him and then whoosh, fly
That's
over
right.
the edge of the rail.
Okay. So when you fly over the edge of the rail, fly down to like the 2nd level, you see in the hallway Pluth get ripped in half, basically. I'm not ripped in half as so much bent in half, just about.
Not the right way.
One of these things that I will drag. Let me tell me if you see that.
Oh,
kind of in the middle of the hall, kind of in the hallway. It's wide enough for a couple people there, and this it's silhouette 2. It's big. It's got him, and it basically takes him over his knee, and Bluth just goes into a heap. There's a second one. Beyond this thing. This is about short range from you, okay? From where you're at. So you moved. This guy's within short range of you. And there's another one beyond him in the hallway, just kind of smacked down a, what do you call it? Smacked down a innocent like bystander there. Let me roll into initiative myself. What'd I get? Oh, I got nothing. That's great. I
guess the act. Yeah. No successes at all.
nothing, you say.
Yeah,
And we'll have them both go last. Okay, Fazil, you got a maneuver. Now you have an action to go if you'd like.
I'll say a prayer and hit the thing with divine lightning.
Ooh.
Smite of Tarhun.
Smite of Tarhun. All right. And we'll say the other one is another like short range from it, so it'll be at like medium range, I guess, maybe 2. So
Okay, so I have 1 at short range from me though.
1 at short range.
Okay.
It is adversary 1.
All right. Oh boy. Oh, tough choices. 2 strain to aim.
Okay.
So there's that. Let's see. I also will get a second boost die from my path. Is this a extraterrene creature?
I don't think winged apes are.
Okay. Excellent.
But they're cool. Here,
Um,
I'll show the picture to the other guys.
so nasty thing. All right. Damn dirty ape. All right. So
Damn
this
dirty
is
winged ape.
the Smite of Tarhun is I had lightning for free because of my elementalist talent. My holy symbol allows me to reduce the cost of a holy spell. So making it a holy spell is normally 1. It's still 1. So that is difficulty 2. Difficulty 2.
Okay.
Now, question is,
Adversary 1 as well.
do I wish to? Well, that answers it then. All right, because if it looks like a very difficult creature to hit, I was going to not use auto fire and try and strike them both. But you know what? I really want to like taunt them both to come after me, so I'm going to go ahead and do the auto fire and increase the difficulty.
Yeah. Did you also add an extra boost dice from Zafalo?
I did not. Now I have.
Go for it.
There you go.
All right, so this is a hard
I
one
like
now.
this. It is going to be
Because
hard.
auto fire.
Ooh, all right.
So,
this is going to be great. This is going to be the first
yeah.
madness check after you make this magic check.
All right.
So this will be great. Holy crap.
Ooh.
What'd you get there, Tony? That's a lot
I
of
had
good
3
stuff.
successes, which means it's going to do 7 damage.
Yes.
And if the creature is evil, it takes an additional 2 damage per success, or it takes an additional damage per success. So it's actually 10 if the creature is evil.
I'm going to say winged apes are evil. In
Okay.
this case, I'm going to say
So,
they are. Yeah.
First 2 advantage I will spend to trigger auto fire and strike the second one.
Okay. Oh, hey, actually, let me drag another one onto the
So 10 and
combat
10.
tracker there. And I'm just gonna put them both at, even though they're 2 slots there, I'm just gonna put them at the same initiative
Right.
there. Okay, so they
Right.
both take 10, so they're gonna soak some of that.
Okay. And then
No pierce on that, is there? No, I didn't think so. Not on the lightning, right?
no,
Okay.
not on the lightning. So it's just creatures of an opposed alignment. Evil is what
I'd
I
say
chose.
evil. Yeah.
Creatures of an opposed alignment to mine are going to take 2 damage for every success instead of 1, 2 additional. And then for the first one, I also will activate Stun 2 with 2 more advantage.
Okay. And that'll automatically do 2 more
2 strain, unsoakable
on one of them, right?
on the first one.
Got it.
So that's 4 of my strain, 4 of my
5.
advantage
Advantages.
spent, and now my 5th advantage, I'll recover some of the strain for aiming.
Okay.
But not, of course, not the strain for the magic
Exactly.
itself.
Sounds good to me. Now, okay, everybody out there listening. So, because Fazil just made a hard magic check in the continent of Primeval Thule, he needs to make an easy discipline check to not go mad. And That looks good to me. Not going to spend a story point.
Oh, crap.
to
I
fuck with
completely
them.
almost forgot. I'm sorry, homie. Before we do this,
Yeah.
I just realized it. I had a note here to myself to do it, and I just looked down. Lucky Strike. I could spend a story point at the end of that to
do
add
more
an
damage.
additional 4 damage for my Lucky Strike to the first
one of them to the first one. So 4 more damage. Got
Yes.
it. Okay. I'm good.
And
All right.
story
That works.
point has been spent for that.
Perfect.
But now
Okay.
all the story points are in the GM side. Now, do you wish
Well,
to
then. Well,
upgrade my check?
I mean, sure, because you did that. Why not?
Kind of figured.
Well,
All
and
right.
because this is the first madness check made after casting magic, why not? He is successful. That is
2
awesome.
successes with 2 advantage. I'll spend the advantage with a courageous howl.
Mhm.
Whoever was the next closest of my companions, which was probably Zszree,
Mhm.
I'll pass a boost die specifically to him.
And you know what? Because of the because of the risk reward factor involved with this, pushing it to a higher level and taking that risk, I'm going to say that if you do have any advantage on one of these discipline checks, you can spend an advantage to heal one of those strain you put into the magic check. Can't do 2, but you could do just 1.
Okay, well
If
then
you
in that
want-
case,
if
I
you
will
want to do
definitely do that. I will heal
Okay.
1 of my strain.
Okay.
From that.
Mhm.
And then the next of my friends to go will be encouraged by my holy
Howl.
shouts, my war cry.
And by the sheer thing, like, he just jumped off the edge of... Where'd he go? And then you guys hear, like, Zarch, and you hear a big...
Darhood, smite you!
And you hear, like, something, like, just banging on his chest.
All right, next.
Who's next? Doesn't matter. You guys both have the... You guys have the next 2 initiative slots, so Zszree.
It's a verbal medium there, Stefan.
Yeah, you'll have
be
to...
unmuted.
Sorry,
Stupid.
Details.
Come on, stupid. Unmute yourself. You know what? I can't tell you how much resistance I have to, and conscious thought I have to put in while I'm at work on a call at work with my team to not say you're muted, stupid, because you really don't want to say that to coworkers. But I have preempted it, saying, when we're on my podcast and we're saying it, we normally say, hey, you're muted, stupid. So if I happen to slip, then they kind of know. So, save my ass there a little bit. All right, Stefan, sorry about that. Go ahead.
That's okay. All right. So
Zszree.
Zszree quick draws his bow and arrow. And
Perfect. So to go down
proceeds
the
to go
stairs.
down the steps. Yes.
Yeah, so that will be like a short, it'd be kind of a short distance to kind of go down those stairs.
At least far enough so I can finally see a target.
Say that, yeah. You'll be able to see a target. You'll be able to see. You know what? I'm going to say. I'm going to be able to say you'll be able to get down the stairs to the point where you can see the first one. You won't be able to see the second one that's a little further down the hall. We'll just say.
All right.
Because you didn't really quite have the ability to fly down. But you could spend a couple strain and kind of get to the point where you are out there. We could see them both, but
no. He wants to stay a little bit hidden.
Yep.
Yeah, he wants to stay a little bit hidden.
Okay.
As a trained hunter, so he'll go just close enough that he can see the first one.
Yep.
And I'll use my hunter's quarry, but since I have improved version, take 2 strain to use it as a maneuver.
Nice. Okay. That'll be your second maneuver then.
Yep. Come on.
So it'll be 4 strain in total?
So I have, not 22, just 2. Yeah, 4 strain. Come on. There you go.
There we go. Sweet.
So I have to make a hard survival check.
Okay.
Which will allow me to upgrade the ability of all my attacks made against that target until my next turn.
Okay.
Until the
Hard
end of my
survival.
next turn. So I won't be able to attack now, but I will improve my chances.
Is that part of
next
this?
time.
Well, wait a second. Is that a part of this check then? You just did it as maneuver, and you make a survival check?
I'm making
As
a
part of
survival
it?
check as a maneuver. As a maneuver.
Right. So then you'll be able to attack
Then
this turn. Then you could
attack
you still have your
on this
action.
round and next round. Yeah, and next round as well.
And next. Okay, cool. Okay.
All right. So
Hard
skills.
survival.
Yep. That hard. There we go. I'm not going to flip.
Neither am I. I'm good with that.
All
Looks good to
right,
me.
go for it.
You're
I
not
failed.
successful though.
No.
You're not successful.
So I do not
So you don't get to
the
upgrade it.
I can
don't get
still
to
attack
upgrade
though.
You can still attack.
Well, what the hell? Since I didn't manage to get the upgrade, I will still at least give myself a boost die.
Okay.
Still making
Better next check.
giving him a good line of sight anyway, without being seen, and I'll give a boost dice to the next player to go.
Mhm.
And all right, and has that creature seen me?
You're not sure yet.
No, because I have the train. Yes.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
I know it's something we haven't really covered a lot in other games, but I noticed it was something that came up on elsewhere online. That how exactly are you passing that boost die to her? What way does it?
Lydiarda.
Right. Well, seeing me, walking confidently, we've worked together, so she kind of knows. Okay, he's doing this particular maneuver where he's trying to really take aim and take stock of his quarry, which might help
Familiar
her.
hunting pattern.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Maybe you call out that maybe it's a little more vulnerable in the legs than maybe in the full chest where the muscles are. Who knows?
Yeah, a joint or something like that.
Maybe hit it in the wings because it's a winged ape.
Yeah.
Yes, people. I have flying
makes
monkeys,
sense.
flying apes.
Yep.
If it breathes
All right.
fire, you're done for.
Yeah. All right. And now I'm just also wondering
charges on a 5 or 6. No, just kidding.
I'm just wondering if it's not aware of me, I get with my hunter's strike an automatic success and advantage. That's one of my Dari Hunter benefits.
Well, I mean, you didn't hide.
No.
It does have a couple of ranks in perception, so I'm going to say yes, it does. If it didn't have any ranks in perception, I'm going to say sure.
Right.
But it does. It's already been hit by lightning, so it's pretty freaking aware of it's looking that way, and you're coming around the corner. And yeah, it does kind of notice you. But
all right, fair enough. All right, so short range.
Mm-hmm. And it is an adversary 1.
Okay, so short range, adversary 1. Perfect. Mm-hmm. Go. And I was giving myself a boost dice. I've done all my maneuvers, so I'm good.
You know what? Why don't you upgrade that one more? Because this is that big bad, not big bad bear, but it's like this guy's pretty big. You're like, oh crap.
Right.
Yeah, but you haven't really fought one of these before. You've fought, you've seen apes in the jungle, but winged apes.
All right.
Few and far between, man.
All right. No problem. I will. It's upgraded and roll. Oh. So I failed. The arrow goes wild.
It does.
It clips him maybe a little bit. throwing him a little bit off balance, giving him a setback dice.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. Next player,
And
Lydiara.
I will spend my maneuver to command Gizmo to watch my possessions as I beast shape.
Ooh. Into a liger?
Nope.
A snake.
I'm going snake.
You're going snake. Now, is that an action or is that the maneuver to do that? I don't know.
It's an action because I'm casting the spell transform.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So let's build that up.
Normally, the transform is 2 difficulty, but thanks to my druidic totem, it reduces the difficulty of transform spells by 1, so its base is 1.
Nice. Okay.
I am choosing to retain my characteristics, so I increase the difficulty by 1, and that's all I'm doing.
And you get a boost die from Zszree.
Okay.
Does this look good to you?
Boost die from Zszree. Yeah, that looks good to me. I'm all right with that. Wait. Yeah, 1 success, 2 advantage. Awesome.
So I transform into a snake. All of my gear, clothing, all that falls to the ground where I was.
Okay.
Now you'll have to remind me. It's been a long time since I've played a spellcaster in Genesys.
Yep.
Casting spells does strain, correct?
2 strain. Yep.
Okay.
2 strain.
Am I still allowed to spend strain to do an extra maneuver if I've spent strain to do a spell?
Absolutely.
Yes.
I'll spend.
You're only limited. Yep. You're only limited to 2 maneuvers around. And you can swap out your action, downgrade your action to a maneuver, which you don't have to spend strain for.
Okay.
But so spend 2 more strain, and then you can.
I'll spend 2 more
maneuver.
strain, and I'll slither my way out of the room and down the stairs.
Sounds good. Yeah. So you. Yeah. So Zszree and Fazil, you see Snake come down slithering down the stairs towards you.
It's a black and gold looking cobra.
Yeah. Coming your way.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, Zszree's seen this before. So.
Nice. Okay, so we got winged ape comes on up to Mr. Lightning Slammer caster. Gonna move up to you. You can take out one of those big claws.
He's got a setback dice.
And gonna try and claw ya.
He'll have 2 because of my defense.
Gotcha. There's that. How's that look?
It doesn't look like it's enough.
My 3 yellow, a green, 2 purple, and 2 black.
Yeah.
That I will upgrade.
I am wielding holy magic.
Yes, he got holy magic. He's
upgrading.
All right, he's gonna try and slam. Let the apes be ouch. Let the apes be what? All right, so we'll drag that 10 damage onto Fazil. Does that do it? That does something.
Yeah.
Does that did that calculate right? Okay. The one threat, would you like to do something special with
Setback
it?
die to the next ape.
To the next ape? Sounds good. The next ape will it got hit by the lightning. You kind of gave it a little bit of you got its attention. Comes this way. As it's coming up, it actually sees the arrow come around the corner, or comes around and sees two of you. So, this hallway is a little, it's like kind of 10, maybe 15 feet wide or whatever. The one kind of comes up to you. The other one kind of sees, Zszree there, or Zszree. So it's going to try and hit Zszree. So deep. Let's see.
Zszree also has defense 1.
Okay, so basically the same pool I just rolled.
Mm-hmm.
Potentially. Claw, bite. Oh, we don't have that though. Claw. It'll take a couple of strain though, because it had to move from medium range. So it actually wounds itself.
All right.
To get there.
And I'll flip a story point.
So it is the same pool. Rock on.
Yeah. Because there's stairs in the way and a cobra and
Cobra's coming. All right, so here it comes. It fails, but all that. Oh man, look at all that failure. So 2 failures and an advantage.
It gets caught up in its friend trying to reach me, and
yeah, it does. But I think with the advantage, it's just seeing that its buddy there, and that second one there, Fazil coming up, it's gonna give its buddy a boost die, and its next attack, kind of put you on your heels a little bit, so he's gonna get a boost die, and his next one. So we'll go to the next round. Oh, do I have to do the end of round reset initiative stuff? There we go. Okay, haven't done this one in a while. All right, so back up to the top.
Sean?
Who wants to go first? Yeah.
So
I indeed will.
So you do have 2 of them there that you can. That you have
I will
choice.
activate before Sean acts with his character. I will activate my Ready for Anything ability and take a story point back from the GM pool, just in case.
But once the session thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, as an
incidental.
Out of turn incidental. Yep. Perfect. All right. You guys got it.
Very nice.
So if you need one, you've got one.
Well done. Okay.
Very nice.
So Lydiara, you wanted to go?
Yes. So.
Right. See, I got the name right. So I heard it a couple times.
How close is the nearest one?
Right next to you. You're basically engaged with it. I mean, you were able to move down to kind of engage range. You're right there.
Okay.
You slid down the banister and just whee.
Slithered.
Yes.
He slithered.
Slithered.
Because transform is a concentration spell, I will spend my maneuver concentrating on it, and then I will attack.
And that. Okay. And which one would you like to hit? We got a couple of them there. There's Winged Ape and Winged Ape 2. Winged Ape 1.
Which one is the one that just tried to attack Zszree?
Winged Ape 1.
He's the one I'm going for.
All right.
So melee is normally 2.
And then upgrade that because he's adversary 1. No melee defense or anything. So.
Okay.
And that looks good to me.
Looks good to me.
Oh.
Oh, his fangs. The cobra fangs fished.
You suck at this game.
What silhouette are you?
0.
Add a boost die to that because he's silhouette 2.
Yeah, I forgot to ask about that. Whoops.
Another advantage.
I tried, Sean. So basically, his pool came up, no successes and an advantage. Added a boost die, another advantage. So you have 2 advantage. So, what would you like to use those for?
He doesn't notice me there yet. He doesn't notice me by his feet nipping at him.
You know, and that is reasonable because your silhouette is zero. And he's big.
Yeah.
He's
I
focused
just don't
on
want to get punched.
These guys are big.
Well, I have
Yeah.
a wounds threshold of 4 right now as the snake.
Does that pop you back to the other?
Once
does
I
that
go
work?
incapacitated, I return back to my normal form.
Nice. Okay. All right, who wants to go next?
Go ahead,
I'll go
Stefan.
next. I'll go next. Oh, come on. There we go. All right. So I'll simply draw and try to hit that same one. I'll take a maneuver. Yeah, I'll take a maneuver to try and just get just out of its engage range.
Okay.
And just be in short range.
Okay.
Okay. Nope, short range. There you go. Come on. But it's upgraded because he's
Adversary.
adversary.
Mhm.
And I will use another maneuver to aim at him.
Okay.
Okay.
That's right,
That's
man.
my
Stress
tool.
yourself out, man. Strain yourself
Yeah.
out.
I'm not flipping any points.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
All
Pool.
right, let's
That's
go.
looking good. Oh,
Finally.
Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
And
4 successes and an advantage.
and I will flip a story point now to use
Okay.
my lucky strike and add another 3 points of damage to it.
3 points.
Yep, equal to my cunning.
Yeah, he's he's not looking too good.
Mhm.
Not looking too good. That hurt him big time.
Yeah. Yep.
Probably shot him right in the neck, and he just bleeding all over the snake.
Yep. It's a rain.
It's a rain of blood coming down on him.
Yeah.
All right.
And I will, since now there's a solid hit on that creature again. It's wailing. It will encourage Fazil on his next
Nice.
action, giving him a boost action. A boost.
Nice. Okay, Fazil then.
Lord of Storms, cast you out, back demons!
Oh,
I'll quick draw my shield.
a little bit of thunder, a little bit of lightning.
I quick draw my buckler,
Gotcha. Okay.
increasing my defense.
Cool.
And yeah, so Smite of Tarhun again. I will be doing the close combat version since this one is right in front of me. It's in melee. So
Got it.
previously, I mentioned it in our chat, but I had miscalculated my difficulty on the previous attack. It should have been 1 less because I wasn't adding the close combat version of it, and the holy should have been free. But since the second one was at medium range, I maybe would have had to add 1 range difficulty to it. So
Okay.
good enough. So this time, it will still be the standard. Oh, come on, dice. There we go. Smite of Tarhun. My free boost die because of my being a guardian.
Another boost die for Zafalo.
Another boost die for Zafalo. Aiming the spell, so I'll add a 3rd boost die, taking 2 strain. And this is a close combat smite on the one in front of me. Just the one in front of me, so it will maintain its 2 purple difficulty with adversary 1.
Yepers. And you know what? I mean, we're gonna say because magic in Primeval Thule.
In the Thule.
We'll flip a story point from over here because you channeling that magic, you know. Ooh.
3 yellow, a green, 3 boost dice, and 2 challenge dice.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Let's see it. Oh,
Zorch. All right.
Now,
Um,
do you have any pierce on this?
I do not. It is a.
Is this holy?
It is holy. So it is.
So you
going
are
to be
going to do
doing
6
damage
instead of 5. That's important.
Yep.
Because that does
longbow.
1 damage to it, because it does have a soak of 5.
Yep.
Oh.
So, okay.
Well, my longbow
So-
is pierced 2, actually, earlier. Oh, well.
Oh, is it?
I'll-
Okay.
Yeah.
Next time, I'll just
Next-
add 2. That's okay.
Okay.
I added 2 more.
All right, thanks.
Okay. So
Remember.
I got
I
it.
did damage.
You did damage. Yeah, so you can
Um,
add effects.
I
That's kind of
I will spend 2 strain, or
Mhm.
2 of my 5 advantage to do the stun again. Stun 2.
2 more. Okay.
Uh-huh. So 2 more off of it. And
Stagger
then
it back a little.
can that be activated multiple times? Is the
I
question.
think so. As long
That
as you
was
got
my
advantage.
next question. So, I'm looking now at item qualities.
Done.
Stun.
Yeah, if hit, 2 advantage to inflict strain equal to the rank. Ignore soak. But yeah, you can. It's a bit like concussive or burn.
I would think so.
Yeah,
So
I
that I would like to
guess.
activate it again.
like linked.
Do 2
you know.
more. Okay. Ooh.
And then for my maneuver, I will fly out to short range, out in the open above the staircase, out of its reach, hopefully.
All right.
Passing a boost die to the next player to go. Actually, you know what? Because I'm flying away from it, makes more sense to pass a setback die against
To
the
it.
next
Right.
one of them to go to after.
Which is going to be him.
Yeah, it makes more sense for that.
It does. True. Okay. So I'll give him
As
a
it's
set.
trying to flail at you, like
Yep, I'm just
Confused.
trying to fly out of reach. Got my shield up, holy symbol in the other hand,
Okay. Then you're flying up the stairs there?
and then I'm flying back out of reach up the staircase.
Yeah, whatever, dude. He's a fucking ape, and he can fly too. He's
Yeah.
coming after you. Rah, no!
my precious.
Well, though we really won't be able to fly up there, he's a fucking ape. He's climbing. It doesn't matter. He'll do a
3
quick
goddamn
little.
setback dice.
He'll do a quick little. Yeah, I know.
He's a floating, climbing Jackie
Let's see
Chan
what we can do
kind of
here.
monkey.
All right, so he's gonna have to bite you though, not claw at you. So he's gonna bite you.
For my turn, I will use my out of turn incidental ready for anything and give the players 1 back.
Ah,
Nice. That's right. Use those 1 session things now, since this is the end of the fight. Close to it, probably.
that's fine. Gives
All right.
us more
So-
story points.
So you guys just see this big ape just jump, just whoom, just kind of leap over you all, grab a hold of these stairs, which kind of buckle, and some of the mortar kind of comes down off of it as it climbs up, and it just grabs itself, it pulls itself up to you, and just tries to come up and just bite you. And that's what we're doing here. So we're gonna do that. You said 3 setback?
Yes, 1 from passing 1 to it, and 2 from my defense.
Your defense, gotcha. Okay.
And I will be spending a story point to upgrade as I am dodging this bite
He moved.
actively.
I guess I could spend 2 strain and aim. You know what? Why not? Just because this could be interesting. Damaging myself when I do it, though.
Yeah.
All right.
Lethal,
and then you're
lethal
upgrading.
strain.
Did you say you're upgrading?
Yes, I am.
Okay. All right. So we're doing 3 yellow, a green, a red, a purple, 3 black, and my aim die because I'm aiming my bite.
This is gonna hurt.
It might. Oh, I think it does, but
It
I
does
don't
a little
get
bit.
Don't get enough to ensnare you. Though I don't think it matters because I do have Pierce 3, unfortunately.
Oh gosh, yeah, I'm down.
Yeah, I think
That
that
pushes
does.
me over my threshold.
Okay,
So
so I'm doing 7 damage, so however many that would be. Go ahead and
That's
calculate it,
14.
Tony.
That puts me at
14
14 wounds.
Okay.
So I'm in its mouth, unconscious.
I would say, yeah, I'm not going to spend that. It does have the ensnare ability, though I only rolled 1 advantage. We'll just say he does bite you, and he does kind of have you hold of it. I'm not going to use that advantage for really anything other than to just kind of grab you there. He comes to the, you know what? This is what we'll do. He kind of bites you, comes back to the ground, but then you kind of fall out of his mouth, and you're on the ground, kind of right there next to them. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So you're not ensnared, but you're there,
Yeah.
kind of on the ground next to them, unconscious. And then we'll drop a personal crit on you. Oh crap!
Well, up yours.
Yeah. Jeez.
92.
Yeah.
What? 92 at the brink. What?
Take
Damn.
2 strain each time I perform any action. So it's still-
Is that what that is? Oh,
Yeah.
Luckily, you're unconscious.
Hey,
I'm
man,
saying
this-
one of its teeth bit my spine, probably.
Maybe. It just. Oh. Yeah. Okay. This winged ape. Zafalo, you're right there. It doesn't see
Yes.
doesn't see the bloody.
Oh, it just has to move in engage range to me. So
Yeah. So if you're backing up the stairs there, it's kind of following you up there a
Yep.
little bit. And it'll claw at you.
mhm.
Do
I have
that,
1 defense.
Do that and that. How's that look?
Let's see. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna flip.
Okay, it'll move, get up there. You know what? I will spend my
Strain.
last 2 strain wounds, if you will, to move up there and aim.
Aim at him. All right.
Oh!
Ouch.
My gosh! No! Oh, I got a double triumph.
2 successes, 2 threat, 2 triumphs.
Holy crap. Well, let's see. So first off, we drop the damage on you. Bam. This doesn't have pierce. This is the claw, which just comes in. But what it does have, it has concussive 1 and knockdown, which I am going to activate with the 2 triumphs. I'm going to activate knockdown and concussive on you to just kind of, knock you out. Ow!
All right.
Knock
so
you
with
out.
okay.
Then the 2 strain. What do you want me
2
to
threats.
do with my 2 threat?
2 threats. Well, I was going to say an opponent of, which means in this case me, may perform an immediate maneuver as an incidental in response to the active character's check. Would have been like moving upward up the stairs.
No, you're concussed and knocked down.
I know. But
But
what with
let
the
me tell you this.
concussive?
I'll tell you that what I could do for you here, okay? I basically spent I'm at 21 of 21 wounds.
Right.
Because I spent my extra 2 to aim and do that little bit of extra, which didn't do anything. We could say with that last concuss, right? With that last, he just put everything he had into it, hit you, and whatever it did, it might have like broke its arm. It did something, and maybe it got too close. You were getting ready to shoot at it, and that arrow just pierced its heart. And it took it. It takes basically that 2 strain or that 2 threat can just give it like 2 more wounds and take it out for the fight.
Yeah,
It falls on you. Maybe it falls on you.
Yeah,
and you're just and it just takes that out of the fight.
Yeah, There was a torch sconce, an iron torch sconce, and it just, while I was trying to dodge and weave, it just impaled part of its arm on it. And just,
And it's done for. Okay, cool. All right. We'll say that.
As my character is, concussed, staggered, and prone.
Yep, knocked down. You're just, what?
Fell on some stairs badly. Oof.
Mm-hmm.
All
right. So, really, the only character. So, Lydiara, what you want to do?
So the other ape is in the air, isn't he?
No, actually, he fell back to the ground. Back to you. Standing over Fazil. Turns and sees his companion kind of slump, almost kind of back down onto the stairs, right?
How many rounds am I concussed or staggered?
Concussed 1, so this next round you can't basically do anything.
Yeah.
How far am I from it?
You're right there.
Okay. I'm going to attack it.
Okay.
Kill it a lot.
Okay, so you could add like 2 boost dice to it if you want to for the size, and and you're like behind it, you're small, it doesn't really like paying attention to you. All right, well, sweet, that's 2 more.
Another success and 2 advantage. What's 1 advantage?
Okay, so hang on a second. Is this just a base damage of 2? It doesn't.
So it's going to be So it's got correct. What's its brawn? Yeah, so you'll need to add its brawn.
Yeah, it's not adding its brawn into it. That's why I was curious, because it's a bite attack. It should be adding its brawn.
Brawn should be added.
Well, it needs that you need to add to it, right?
Unless a bite attack is 0 plus brawn.
Well, it's only got a brawn of 1, so its base damage of 2 wouldn't be accurate there. So do I need to add 1 more to it then? Is that what I need to do? Or?
Fangs on a cobra.
Yeah.
I would say is most likely built correct then. With
I think that's right. Any pierce on it.
It's got 2 pierce.
That's good because
4
you did 4 damage.
4 damage.
4 damage.
Pierce.
Pierce 2 pierces its 5. Pierces its 5 soak and you do at least 1 damage to it.
Okay.
And then what?
If this creature inflicts wounds with a combat check, the target must make a hard resilience check. Upon failure, the target suffers 5 wounds plus 1 strain per threat.
Ooh.
This what's the term?
Poison.
No, what's the red one?
Challenge dice.
Challenge die.
Yeah, but what's the big
despair.
Despair, thank you. Despair means the target must make another resilience check at the same difficulty at the start of their next turn. Is that despair or maybe that's failure?
That's despair. That would be despair. Okay,
Yeah, it's despair.
Hard check. Hard resilience, right?
Hard resilience. And I will be spending a point to upgrade this.
To get that despair. All right. That's it for me. I don't think I have anything. Oh, I don't. All right, here we go. Snake bite. No, and he failed. Oh, yeah, dude.
He's taken 5 wounds.
Failure.
Which he only has 2. He only has 2 left. So, yeah, so you snake bite this thing.
I slither over, lunge at its leg, bite it, and then just inject the venom.
Yeah, you inject it. It turns around, and it's getting ready to, it gets ready to lift its foot up and stomp you, and it just falls backwards with its foot up, and like it grabs its heart, and just falls back and thud. And we're gonna leave it there.
Yeah.
At the
We're
end of
gonna
my
end it
turn,
there.
at the end of my turn, I didn't use my maneuver to concentrate, so I
Yeah.
revert back to normal, and now there's just a naked female elf standing in the library.
At the end of the hallway.
Yeah,
That's
and,
okay. Everyone else is unconscious.
Everybody
Yeah.
else is unconscious.
I'm not unconscious. I'm just staggered. It's like,
You're,
ugh.
you're covered by giant ape hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are
Oh.
used to seeing this, because if I don't do the right thing,
Yeah.
I just show up naked afterwards.
Dari don't care about nudity or stuff like that. They'll strip down to their loincloths if it's too hot for
I don't care about it either. So
Yeah, after the
be
last one.
practical.
Yeah, after
have
that
to whip
last one,
myself
this
with
falls. Sure enough. Yep. And then so we got Fazil down, Zafalo out, and then Lydiara just.
The fellow's just trying to get his wind back. It's like, ugh.
Uh-huh.
And
And
I think Fazil needs some help. Ugh.
all right, and that's
Oh,
that's
yeah.
session 1 of Secret of the Moon Door, you guys.
Nice.
So
woohoo.
all right.
Oh,
So
I guess
well
I won't
done.
have to. I guess I won't have to hunt down Pluth if I ever see him again.
Well, you do see him. He's down the hallway, kind of broken.
Yeah.
But-
Well,
For next time, though.
he's not a live prey
clean up.
anymore.
We'll do cleanup next time.
Yeah.
So
Shall we go wrap this up?
let's go
Yeah.
wrap. All right, everybody. Well, hey, that's our show for tonight. First session of the Primeval Thule. Ooh, big apes, the winged apes coming after you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Good. Love that setting, man. Watch the like I texted you guys earlier. Watch Conan the Barbarian to kind of get in the mood. So yeah. So let's see. So our next show, couple weeks, we're gonna be doing. We're gonna be talking tropes and themes from the EPG. Specifically, I think we're gonna do what heists and
Heist and noir.
noir. Yeah, that could be
Yeah.
fun. That could be fun.
Yep,
I think we got
and-
something out of the drive-through RPG too.
Yep,
The-
Foundry for one of the studios, 404 Studios, came up with a little bit of supplement for the heist called Legwork and Larceny, which is pretty
Yeah,
good.
so we're gonna kind of weave that into the
Mhm.
theme of next show. So yeah, that's it. Any news, any feedback that we want to mention, or
No, I don't think we had any feedback.
We did have a good conversation
A
with
little
one of
bit.
one of our listeners on Maui. We had a little back and forth with them.
Yes.
cool. I don't think
but,
I've seen that.
that was
When
just
was
sent
that?
us a nice question. Maybe we'll highlight that next time. But
Yeah.
Oh wow, making them come back for more, huh?
Yeah.
Awesome.
But yeah, if you want to reach out to us and talk to us there, like he did, that's Finding the Narrative on Mayway. That's all three of us are available there. You can email us, findingthenarrativepodcast@gmail.com. Finding the Narrative on Facebook, you can talk to Stefan and I.
Mhm.
Or at FTN_Genesys if you want to be alone with Stefan.
Or Stephanie.
For Twitter.
Oh, yeah.
Or Stephanie. I think
Yeah.
Stephanie might show up there too, right?
Stephanie, yeah, but she's on a special request only. So
Right on.
Yeah.
Tell everybody else to listen to us at Podbean, iTunes, YouTube, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Audible, Amazon Music, and more. Sean, thanks for joining us again.
Oh, yeah. Yes,
Yes.
thank you, buddy. That was awesome.
Always good to have you along, kiddo.
I'm glad to be here. It's always nice to
Yes.
play.
Mhm.
I love playing. I don't get to play enough. So
Same
Pretty
here.
sure Fazil and Zafalo appreciates Lydiara showing up.
Oh yeah.
Being there.
Definitely. Hey, well, this is Tony saying, let's tell a story and spend those story points.
This is Stefan saying, don't dare to ask for those boost dice and pass them along.
And This is Chris saying, remember the rule of cool, and if you want to be cool, have winged apes in your campaign whenever you fucking can. And just have fun doing it while they're banging on their chest. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Finding the Narrative, a Genesys RPG podcast, is not affiliated with or endorsed by any companies mentioned on this show. Any of the products mentioned on our show or appear on our website are the property and copyright of their respective owners. All items are used under fair use and educational and review purposes. All other items are the intellectual property of Finding the Narrative, a Genesys RPG podcast. Copyright
2021.
All rights reserved.